Hi everyone, welcome back to Pine Hollow Auto Diagnostics. This morning we have an urgent diagnostic call on a 2021 Cadillac Escalade. The story is the mechanic went to do a rear brake job, replaced the brake pads, took off the calipers, he was replacing the brake pads, and then the truck decided to engage the electronic parking brake. The actual piston got pushed out of the caliper, all the fluid came out, so him and his buddy, they put the piston back in, but they cannot release the parking brake. The button is just flashing, the wheels are stuck, this thing's a beached whale, they want it out of the shop as soon as possible, so they called me up. Before we head out, let's do a little bit of homework on this parking brake system so we know exactly what to do and make this diagnostic call, hopefully efficient, and get this truck back on the road. Alright, so I have the vehicle pulled up on ALLDATA. I always request that the customer give me the VIN so I can just plug it in, and let's do a little bit of homework on this electronic parking brake system. So it says the parking brake function is integrated into the electronic brake control module, or brake system control module, the EBCM. The module contains logic for applying and releasing the parking brake when commanded by the park brake switch. Okay, when the park brake switch is pulled, signal is sent to the EBCM. It will supply 12 volts and apply the control circuits to ground to release the, to release the control circuits, which will cause the left and right parking brake actuators to activate, causing the brakes to engage. Okay, we'll diagnose the park brake motor circuits to verify that they are functioning properly. The brake motor circuits, which will apply release parking brake, blah blah blah. So to apply, it can be applied anytime the vehicle is stopped or in motion. If the red park brake light is flashing, the electric parking brake is only partially applied or released, or there's a problem with the actual system. A DIC message will display. The vehicle may automatically apply the electric parking brake in some situations when the vehicle is not moving. That's what happened when they were doing the brake pads. This is normal. This is done periodically to check the correct operation of the system. And how to release, automatic electric parking brake release. Now that's all fine. Just to get a picture of what this thing looks like, there's the caliper, and this electronic motor gizmo piggybacks off of the caliper. It's just two bolts, looks like, comes off. There's an O-ring, and there's the screw for actuation. Alright, now service mode. This is what the mechanic failed to do. You can do it without a scan tool, but he did not read service information because, you know, on most cars you just pull off the caliper and go on your merry way with replacing the brake pads. Not so. So with a scan tool, you just go in here and select control functions, select activate rear park brake service position. Very simple, but if you don't do this, you're screwed, like we see here. Exiting service mode, and then there's a manual release. In the event of the rear parking brake actuator fails, there's a loss of electric power. The parking brake may be released manually. So you remove the actuator, this thing right here, and then insert appropriate hex tool past the splines. Rotate parking brake actuator piston assembly clockwise to release the parking brake. Okay. After repair is complete, calibrate the park brake. Park brake calibration. So this is another separate procedure with the scanner. You might have to do this after pad replacement, rotor replacement, caliper replacement, blah blah blah. Block or drive wheels, install scan tool, ignition on, in service mode. Select control functions from the brake system menu. If available, select configuration reset function from the brake control system menu. Perform park brake calibration procedure. Apply and release the parking brake, make sure it's working. So that's my game plan, is, get there, plug in the scanner, do a full code scan, step 1, see if there are any codes set, Then go into the EBCM and see if we can bidirectionally release the parking brake cables, put it into service mode, and then do this calibration and see if it's happy or not. If it's not, we'll have to do further diagnostics. So let's get on the road, get to this truck, and see what's going on. Alright, we're on site. 2021 Cadillac Escalade, fully loaded. Battery was pretty spanked, so we got the Tornado 90,000. It's putting out 90 amps and it's only at 13.3 volts. Crazy how much current these new vehicles draw. So let's scan it for codes and see if we can restore this parking brake system. Okay, so right now the brakes are, looks like they're released. Oh, looks like it felt some movement, and this caliper just activated. All right, so let's read the codes and see if we can recalibrate the parking brake. So this thing has 50 computers on it, completely ridiculous and unnecessary. So let's go into brake system control module. We have park brake actuator position unknown. So let's get in here and try the special functions park brake calibration. Let's see if this does anything. Ignition off or engine off, ignition on, vehicle in park to perform this function. Okay. Okay. You heard something happening. They retracted. Procedure complete. So now if we push the parking brake and push the parking brake button, nothing happens. Let's clear the codes out. And see if that calibration did anything. All the codes cleared. We have one code left in the brake control module. We still have park brake actuator position unknown. So why is that? Let's do actuation test. Deactivate rear park brake service position, activate rear park brake service position. Let's try that. Didn't like. Procedure complete. Oh, okay. Let me see what's going on with the rear calipers. Alright, so the right side seems to be unlocked. What about the left side? This is the one that came out. You can see the brake fluid all over the place. No, this one's unlocked too. So let's deactivate service position. Let's see what happens. Don't touch it. No. Bud, don't touch anything while I'm doing stuff here. Activate rear. Let's activate the position again. Okay, so it's not letting us in. Read fault code. Oh boy, circuit low voltage, too many transition events, algorithm-based malfunction. How about that? Park brake in service release mode, park brake position unknown. So I'm going to clear these out one more time. We're going to cycle the key. Try to get this thing happy. It says communication failure. Let's back out. Turn this thing off. I cannot believe it draws 90 amps with the key on. And let's try again. Hold for 10 seconds. There we go. Get back in here. Clear fault code. Okay. Okay, ABS light came on. Communication failure. Please check if the vehicle voltage is within a reasonable range. Greater than 11 volts, yep. Confirm the ignition state. So that is kind of weird. Okay, so we cannot get rid of this park brake actuator position unknown trouble code. So looking it up in all data service information, it says conditions for setting the DTC park brake actuator status unknown. Okay, now here's the flow chart. If the DTC is set, perform the following learned procedure: park brake calibration. And we did, and it said it was successful. And then apply the electronic parking brake. It does not let us do that. Release the parking brake. Verify that this code is not set. If it is set, perform all necessary programming and setup procedures for the control module, K160 brake system control module. So if it is really confused and this calibration does not work, we have to do the factory GM programming. Basically reset this EBCM to factory using the online programming. So I'm going to poke around here. If nothing else works, we're going to have to do this. So looking at live data in the EBCM at the parking brake, let's see if there's anything weird. So it says left park brake actuator status released. Park brake calibration status failed. Right park brake actuator status unknown. How about that? The one that popped out was the left one, wasn't it? Left one. It's saying the right one is unknown. So let me try unplugging the right one, see if it sets a trouble code. We'll plug it back in, and then we could try to redo this. Alright, so
I'm just trying to let you know what I did.
Yep. So the mechanic said the left one is the one that popped out, and they screwed it back in manually. The right one, what he did was unplugged it, put power and ground to the motor from a battery source, wound it back in, put the brake pads back on, put the caliper back on, and just plugged it back in. So let's try unplugging the right park brake actuator, fiddling around with this, plug it back in, and see if it relearns that position. Alrighty, so here's the actuator. Let's unplug it.
Like, I mean, it wasn't like it was supposed to.
Now, Bud, when you put the power and ground to it and it retracted, did you go all the way to the stop when it was like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So right now it's free. Let's see if it set a trouble code for this. Okay, so the right actuator is unplugged. It says malfunction right here in the status. And this one says released. Let me read the codes right here. See if it set a circuit code for the right side. We might have to manually, let's see here, current right park brake motor apply control circuit open. So if we clear the DTCs out, I don't know why it does this. If we read the codes again, okay, so now we have these two codes. Let me plug it back in. We'll try the calibration again. If that doesn't work, we'll have to manually run it in so it's within range and then do the calibration. Okay, so right actuator is plugged back in. Let's do special function park brake calibration. Okay, it's not letting us do that. Might have to do a key cycle and reset it. Okay, so right now we see the history code, right park brake motor apply control circuit open. That's fine. Let's see if it'll let us do the park brake calibration. Okay. Park brake released.
Now it's released.
Okay. No more blinky light. Let's see if we can engage it using the button. Parking brake set. Park brake released. I think we're in good shape here, bud.
Got her, Bruce.
We got her. Okay. Okay, so now these two codes are in history. Park brake position is known. Let me clear these out. I don't know why it does that communication thing, but read fault code. That's it. We just have this front brake pad wear sensor signal transitions. Don't care. And data stream, final check. We want to see all the actuators happy. No malfunctions. Select all. Okay, yep. Left is released. Park brake stop is calibration's complete. Right is released. So we're good to go on the parking brake front. Didn't need to program anything. We just needed to trick the computer. In this case, unplugging the actuator. It's set a code, plug it back in, then rerun the calibration procedure. Because, you know, the OEM brake pad service procedure was not followed. The system got confused. Luckily, we could get it back on track with just a scanner and a little bit of critical thinking. So, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.